Yeah, this is just a short video to show you how to find linked cells. Now, when you're making a spreadsheet, especially if you're making complicated ones like I do, there are linked cells all over the place. So you put in some data and then that then is used in formulas, in other formulas to produce results. So you might have raw data that's going off to 40 different cells. And all of a sudden you end up with this absolutely, it's like a plate of spaghetti where everything's connected to everything else. So you're not quite sure what's connected to what, and it could well get out of hand. And at any point, you might actually decide, hang on, I want to actually remove some data, or you might have to put in some replacement data somewhere else, and you go, actually, whatever was referring to that cell, I'll now need it to refer to another cell. So you may have that situation. So let me just show you how this works. You've got the formula. So here I put in a formula. Let me just color this one in green and that one in green, because these are the two that are formulated cell. These are just text that I put in for another video. That one is formulated. It's looking at all of those columns. And this one is formulated. It's just summing up that column there. Now, if I want to remove this data, let's just say I want to change this. I want to remove this column, this 4 over here, and I go, well, I want to remove that data, but I don't know what cells are relying on the cell's data. If you go to formulas. If you go to formulas and you can say trace dependence or trace precedence or trace dependence or remove arrows. If you go to trace precedence, what that means is what data is this, what cells is this cell relying on to get its data, and it should be nothing. It's nothing because we've typed it in there. If you say trace dependence, what that means is which other cells are relying on this cell to get its data. Now all of a sudden it shows you that one and that one. So if I want to, for example, add a new column of data here with new numbers in, and I want to change all the formulas to look at that column rather than this one, I could press trace dependence. I could see which one's related. I could then go there. If I click on it, it shows where that is. That's the blue. There it is there. I can change that reference to somewhere else and then go and change this reference to somewhere else. And if I just put those back again, and then you can come and go remove arrows and you can clear them off. Alternatively, if this one is no longer in use, I could then see what are the dependents that are dependent on that one. I can go see there aren't any. Where the precedents, okay, those are coming from those 3 columns over there. So I need to address that data potentially if I want to change that cell. So yeah, if you've got a very simple spreadsheet, it's quite easy to do this. You can remember it. But if you've got a very, very complicated spreadsheet and you need to be able to know which cells are dependent on which other cells, or which cells, either way, as a dependent or precedent, you can use those two and then just remove the arrows when you're finished. If you don't remove those arrows and you try and do something else, sometimes it slows the spreadsheet down. So just remove the arrows when you're done. So I hope that that's helpful. Bye-bye.